This is for the cholas living la vida loca. GotItMakesCall.com.
Lean like a chola, way up high. Big eyeliner in my eye. Cruise all day, drink all night. Drop for people.
And welcome to Codebreaker Real Talk, where
you lose your mind at 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning.
we couldn't sleep, yo. Welcome, Celeste. Oh shoot, what's your name?
Oh, Yazmina.
Welcome, Yazmina. Well,
Hola, buenas noches.
buenas noches, señoritas, señores. No, los caballeros no. My nombre es Maria Conchita Alonzo. And yeah, we couldn't sleep. What's new, dude? Like,
what else is new?
I was like over here reading the trolls on my channel. I'm like, bitch, they're saying I wasn't a cop. I'm like, fuck these motherfuckers. Woo! Anyway, we're online and we're gonna talk about like why not salir con mexicanos full-blooded? Like 10 reasons why not to date full-blooded Mexican. And we could talk about this shit because we know our cultura.
Yeah, we know what's up. Sabes.
So this is what we star seeds, super soldiers, galaxies and stars and stuff do at night.
Mi pelo.
You think, I like your pelo, your weave.
Me está cayendo. Mi weave. I can't be weave it.
So it's like, I don't know.
Three guys, lean like a
All up in the
chola.
hood, you might see locals looking good, look crazy. Find them at the car show or on the street or their favorite hangout, the swap meet. Damn, don't be a hater. It's all good. Smile now.
Later. Dude, when I was in 7th grade, nomás me la llevaba poniendo happy face, sad face all the time. Happy face, sad face. Cry now, what? Laugh now, cry later. And then little hearts and stars all the time. Like, dang.
That was my aunt. She was a chola. She was on, was it in 13th Street and shit? What was her name? Smokey? Oh, man.
Dude, do you remember carving with the knife? Chang Chang? Just kidding.
Yeah.
The names in the trees and stuff, like Maria and Juan forever. Like,
right, with a little arrow going through the heart and shit. Or in, what is it, in the concrete when it has been dry? They
yes. Yep. So, I had this guy I dated for a while. He was full Mexican from Mexico, like one of those ranchos over there. And well, it was kind of weird because I'm used to the man following me to the bathroom and waiting for me, like when I'm in the lobby or when we're in a quinceañera or like a restaurant. This is my Valley Girl chola. So anyway, and then what happened? Oh yeah. And then he was like, do you see those men looking at you from that table? Like they were staring at you. And I'm like, nah. Of course I see everything, but I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, nah. So then somehow he held me this way and I was like eating with my right and he was eating and then he would kiss me and I was like, that's a lot of attention. Like for me, I was like married and wasn't even told that I was loved sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, and then I learned a new thing. That guy, he said, verbo mata cara. And then he said, dinero mata cara y verbo. Have you heard that before, dude?
No.
Okay, so if a guy's like really ugly and shit, like he better learn how to talk nice and sweet to a girl, right? Especially if he doesn't have money to cover that he's ugly. Well,
pues está feo que no me hable, pues.
What's your name? I don't care what your name is. Y luego el otro es what was I talking about?
Oh, that dude, he was all over you, talking about the dudes at the table.
Yeah, so then the last one is if you have a lot of money, money kills off the verbo, meaning the beautiful words, and plus the ugly face. Because I guess money walks, money talks, money what?
What was it? Money walks, bullshit walks, or something. Money talks, bullshit walks, or some shit.
That's kind of weird. Like I do really love and appreciate like that culture. You know, the Mexican man, the dark color, you know, hair, the beautiful beard. You know, it has like the Persian accent too. That's like my kind of cool Mexican or Mexican guy. But it's like I feel like maybe the mother's mother the sons too much. I mean, I used to mother my son, but I taught him how to wash his dishes. You know, he helped me around the kitchen. He knew that he had to help me clean and stuff because I didn't want to, you know, grow up that kind of kid. How do you say grow up?
Or raise.
Yeah.
Raise.
How do you say grow up, eh? Say race, man. Race,
Race.
like race? No, not
La
race.
raza, you know. You don't want to raise some little mama's boy, some little, expects all the women to take. I had a couple cousins that were like that. My aunt, she really coddled my two cousins, but as soon as they moved away, they definitely grew up and they wanted to be their own men, which is good. Can't say that but for my brother, but
Yeah,
yeah.
like they just think that, I mean, the way they raised me was freaking, it was part of the sex kitten thing. And I think it was also part of the monarch, kind of like the Stepford wives kind of thing. Yeah, you have to dress up, be real pretty, wear your makeup, your lashes, your fake nails and everything. The kitchen be clean. You know, we have salad, the main course, and this. We better have pan dulce or something, you know, after and have the house clean and the kids all, you know,
Mhm.
get a masajito, the massage here and there, and treat them like kings. Well, yeah, we could do all that, but why? But why not be both? Like them treat us that way. How come I can't have a massage?
Right, give me a massage. I've
Agree.
been I've been on my feet all day cooking for your bitch ass. Like, come on, motherfucker, massage my feet, massage my back. You put the kids to bed. You feed me.
And we're talking about the Mexican culture because that's the one where we have the most experience and our culture, one of our bloodline goes there. So,
Mhm.
like the man's, you know, the woman can't talk when men are around.
Right, be seen but not heard.
Yeah,
Bring the drinks or the food or whatever. Being like this perfect little hostess that's quiet, almost like a geisha. Just come in
yeah,
and out quick.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that makes total sense. I totally see that.
Mhm.
And there are also Asian and Mexican cultures that cross because, you know, of the
Mhm.
war también. And there's a lot of German Mexican, you know, German Spaniards. That's my bloodline too. But anyway, just it's weird.
Yeah, and I guess their like our parents' generation, like my mom, my aunt was telling me, my grandma would tell the girls, clean the house. She'd go off, go do something, run errands, and she'd be like, clean the house. And my aunts would just do the bare minimum, but my aunt, when she's like, dude, your mom would go all out, like do things that your grandma didn't even ask her. And it was just her just wanting that validation and that love, because I couldn't even believe it, because my grandma with us was just so loving, and I thought she was the same way. And then when my mom started to open up, she goes, no, she was just really cold towards us, and it was just like, we just had to be always pleasing them. And you know when her mom and dad would fight, they would just completely ignore each other, and then when they'd be happy again, she'd be like, oh, okay, everything's good. And now I see where I got it from, because I would do that to people. Like, I would just cut, like, just, like, you don't exist until I feel better with you. And people are like, man, how can you do that? I'm like, I don't even know. And once my mom was talking about that, I'm like, now I see where I get it from. Just being, just cut them off and just not talking it out. And she was like that too for a while, and we can now open up and talk about each other's, like, me, just figuring out like where all my characteristics came from and traits and things like that, and from her parents and the way she was brought up. And I guess because she was the oldest, and then my dad was the oldest, so I guess he was raised like, oh, you're the special son, you're the number one son, so I guess that's why he was the way he was. And then his brothers, are hardworking, good men, love their families and their wives, and he was like the rancho fuck boy, and just going around and just Know what I'm saying? It's just
Pinche-
very secretive.
Acá chuparrosas, man. They want to like chuparrosas everywhere. Like, what the fuck, man? Why can't you just stay with one? No, I didn't. They want, like you said earlier, we were talking, it's like they want us to be all these prim and proper queen princess. Let
Mhm.
them go F around, you know, and then you still have to take their shit plus their STDs. Fuck that. No way. And their
Oh.
beatings because they can't handle their liquor. Or their
Right.
jealousy. Fuck that.
Right. You know, it's like they can whore around, but they don't want to be called whores. You know, and it's just like, well, you're going around with all these other women. They're that's someone else's daughter. That's someone else's wife. That's someone else's girlfriend. You know, but just because
They
she's
always
not your
have a
daughter.
tequila, dude. They always in Mexico that I know of, my even one of, you know, I can't say who in my family, but oh, I can't talk to you. Sorry, that's me. No offense to anybody. Oh shit, something fell.
Spilling your cerveza? No.
Sí, tómate otra cerveza.
Right.
Ever mess with a chick with lip liner, no lipstick? Wanna look good? I'll tell you how. First, gotta paint on your eyebrows. Spray your hair with Aquanet. Get a
Fucking song.
Man, I hope we don't get another strike. What the hell's falling on me? Like everything's falling. My earrings are falling. What the- I'm falling apart, man.
I'm falling apart, man. Oh,
We need this comic relief, man. You can't make this shit up.
no, for real.
Not like some people make shit up in secret space. You know that? I can always tell they're making shit up because I can either remote view it or have had that memory, and it ain't like that.
Mhm.
Shit up left and right. Anyway, we're not talking about that tonight.
That'll be another
10
night.
reasons why not today. We'll mix.
Like a full Mexican, straight from the border. You know, they had to run for the border patrol. They made it. Dude, I dated a guy that did have to hide for border patrol. Some dude, Enrique, my friend will come Kike. I was like, shut up.
It has to be an Enrique, Kiki.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, of course he had a kid back in Mexico and he's like, I'm here because I'm here for my kid, and he lived with like 10 other dudes in a 1-bedroom apartment like that. Well, ghetto side of Phoenix.
Bad. We're bad.
And he played soccer
You know
too.
why? And I'm so fucking close to the border, man, dude. I'm in Tucson. You're in Flagstaff.
Oh dude.
Oh,
Dude, there's a lot of Mexicans up here now, man. Like it's getting a little brown.
like pistachio season. What? Like what's up there?
Nothing. They're just moving up here, dude. They're just
Really?
moving up. Yeah. It's getting a little brown up here.
We could talk. Oh my gosh. 10 reasons why not to date. Reason number 3. What are we on, barely? 3?
I know. Did we even do number 1?
I
Or
already
10
did
or whatever.
everything in like number 2 when I was talking about blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Taking off their shoes, dude. I remember having to take off my dad's shoes when he would come to work and giving him the pantuflas and then giving him a massage in the back. I was only like 5 years old.
You're like, are you gonna pay me? You're like, he's like, nope.
Shang. Just no, dude, like you always have to, you know. I always wear my shoes. I always wear mine. I don't care
You
what
never
I'm
know.
wearing.
All
Especially
right, you know.
again, you never know. Shang.
Shake, bitch. Hell yeah, I was a cop. Shake.
Yeah, you saying I wasn't a cop, bitch? Come here, Shang. Let me show you
Right.
my certificates, bro. Let me show you when I was in the helicopter, bro. Let me show you, Shang.
Right. Let me show you my badge number. Shake.
And these are my military tags. If anybody's wondering, oh, maybe she was never in the military. Well, these are my fucking dog tags. Fuck you all. Oh, she wasn't a cop. She was in the military. Really? I'm the only female super soldier that I know of that I was both in the military and a cop. And Mexican and know how to speak Spanish and English and fucking all that shit. Arrest you in inglés y en español, güey.
Tirar el
Rep your
pinta, güey.
sickies, what Van Davis and some Dickies, and your neck covered in hickeys. Need a gallon of mascara and get pregnant your quinceañera.
Pina cola, way up high.
No, that was death to me if I were ever to get pregnant. Oh, hell no. I was
Oh no. At your quinceañera.
fucked. I never even got a quinceañera.
Same here, man. I never had one. But I never wanted one. I went to too many and I'm just like, man, this is too Mexican for me.
No, I went to so many. And the weddings too.
Oh yeah, the fucking weddings.
And you know, it's a spell, you know, when you're in there, when you're like in church and shit. Like I remember getting there was like it's ropes, pretty much. It's two ropes that tie us together.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's
That's like some straight up bondage right there. Like
that's some straight up satanistic Illuminati Mason shit. Seriously, because it was supposed to represent, you know, the rosary. That was supposed to represent two, you know, and
two souls becoming one type shit.
Yeah, 3-in-1 stuff. They're intertwined stuff left and right, and then the vows like we'll be together until death do us part. Like if they only would know that even death does not part us.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right. What if that fool, you know, his fucking ghost still hangs around? You know, he still wants his fucking pantuflas and shit.
Yeah, way after not doing nothing at all.
Great.
And then these fuckers have like 10,000 kids, and no offense, my nana they had 12. No offense.
They want to be world daddy or some shit.
And then they just leave them there and don't even take care of them sometimes.
Right. It's just, oh, well, you know, it's the woman's supposed to take care of them because they take care of the children. It's just like, okay, that's why there's so many fucked up people now in this world because. Yeah, I have 2 half sisters I never met.
Me too. Shut up. No way.
Yeah.
I have 2 half sisters I've never met, and they're in Nogales, Arizona.
Oh yeah, they're in Las Vegas.
Dang.
Yeah, they're in Vegas. When the woman showed up, I was just like, why can't my mom be like her? She was beating his ass. My brother ran in. We lived in a trailer of all places. He runs into the trailer. He's like, "There's a lady outside beating up Dad." And me and my friend were like, "Oh!" And we were about to run out. But I guess she took off with them, you know? And my mom was the complete opposite of her. She was like, would get up super early to make him his breakfast and his lunch. And she was going to school and still working and just doing way too much for a motherfucker that just did not even acknowledge and even appreciate what she was doing. It's just like, no, it's just what they're supposed to do. It's what women are supposed to do. They do it and they like it. It's like, right, she went above and beyond for that man, just for all that. And I told her, and I was like, I told you this was going to happen. And she was telling me, like, she admitted to me, like, years later that she wanted to find out where she was because she wanted to plant a bomb under her house. And I was like, why are you mad at her? She didn't even know that we all existed. She had to come looking for his ass. So why are you mad at her? You know? So, you know, well, that was my man. I'm like, no, he was everybody's man. You know, but I really believe he wasn't my dad because ever since I was a kid, they would tell me all the time, oh, te miras mucho como tu tío güero. You look so much like him.
My God.
And as a kid, I first was like, well, because I have white skin, you know, I came out really pale looking. And then maybe a couple years ago or 3 years ago, I was talking to my sister about this. And she's like, you know what, Sally? I really think you're our half sister. Like, I really think that Jose's not, because even as a kid, I never, ever, ever felt any connection to my dad. When he would show up, like, years later to take us to, like, dinner or something, I'd be like, why is he here? Why is he here? And
yeah, because if you were to have his DNA, your DNA, blood llama sangre llama sangre, blood calls on blood. You would know automatically.
Yeah, but I never felt a connection. Never, ever, ever. I just always hated seeing him, always. And my mom would get so happy, and the whole family, like her brothers and sisters and shit, they'd be like, oh, great, he's here. And yeah, they would just spend a night together. He'd get a hotel just to bang my mom, and then he'd get her pregnant, and then he'd be gone for another 5 years or some crap. And we're here fucking struggling, living on welfare and fucking food stamps and shit. And I'm like, and this is... this is the man that you want to be with.
Yeah.
She had 6 kids by him, and it's just like, he left her every time she got pregnant, and it's like, why are you not seeing it? Me at 10 years old, I'm like, what is it that you're not seeing that I am? And for a while, I think she resented me too, because when she told me one time she was pregnant again, I think, I don't know, with either my second brother or maybe with my 5th sibling, like my sister, and she's like, Vivi, I'm pregnant. And my reaction was, why? And she just stayed quiet. Because she thought I was going to be happy for her. And I was like, I wasn't. It's not that I didn't want this sibling. It was just like, why are you going to bring in another child just for them to suffer?
Right.
You know? Especially with this dude that didn't give a shit about us. And that's how they are, man. And it's sad to say that, yeah, it's so common in the Mexican culture that that's how these men are, you know? It's just.
Dude, I remember my mom waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning to make my same thing. My dad lunch, dinner, lunch and breakfast. Y luego I grew up the same way, and I was the older one, and I would make my ex-husband 3 meals a day, snacks, massages, like fucking iron his uniform, iron mine, take the cars to get, vehicles to get like their oil changes, do all the doctor appointments for him, my kids. I mean, take them to soccer, football, whatever they need, help them with their freaking homework, teach them how to read. And then he's over here just cheating, being the cutest cop ever, just cheating. And I'm over here showing up at work long sleeve with my cop uniform because the motherfucker had beaten me up the last night. It's like, nah, bro, I'm good. I learned how to fight back. You have to learn how to fight back.
Pretty much at some point, you know, or at least.
And then when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you'll leave that mother effer.
Right. Even till this day, my mom still holds it.
It's like, how many kids later, though, are you going to wait? It's not going to change anything, ladies.
It's not, dude. Like it's like she swears, like with every child that she had with him, like maybe he'll stay this time. It's like, dude, if he didn't stay for the first one or the second, what makes you think the next 4 he's gonna stay for?
Hay que reír para no llorar. Let's laugh.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and now she knows she fucked up, and and I've forgiven her, and it's just like, and she was really depressed too. Like we couldn't even go to her for anything. Like even this one time when me and my sister, we were almost gonna get fucking kidnapped. And yeah, this guy in a truck was following us really slow, and we fucking ran for it, dude. And we hid under these stairs, like it was like these apartments. And the dude comes out looking pissed, and then he sees us like, he's like, hey, are you okay? And we're like, there's a guy in a truck. Like he started, because he was going slow, and then we started running here, and he starts coming after us. And so we were like, yeah, this guy in a little blue truck. He started chasing us, and so he runs up and he's looking, and he's like, where do you guys live? We're like, we're just right here. He's like, I'll watch you, run. And so we ran home, me and my sister, and as soon as we got home, we're like, let's not tell mom because she's gonna get mad at us. She was really depressed, and she just didn't really want anything to do with us. And I'm like, well, it's not our fault. This motherfucker doesn't want to stay.
Right.
So yeah, so we couldn't even talk to her about certain things, and I finally told her, and she was like, why didn't you tell me? And I had to tell her, I'm like, Mom, you were so depressed and so angry, like we couldn't talk to you about anything, even things that serious. And she was just like, she stays quiet because she knew I was right. And I was like, yeah, we couldn't talk to you about anything. We couldn't. You were just immersed in school and work, and then the next child that you had with this guy, like that's all it was. So it's just like we pretty much had to raise ourselves. And then, yeah, when I was 15, then she's like, oh, we're going to move to Vegas because your dad wants to be a family. And I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, this is going to be terrible. And yeah, of course it was. Vegas isn't a place to raise children.
No.
So it's just like, you're lucky that none of us did get trafficked, or none of us did get raped, or none of us did get drug overdosed or anything like that. Like, all of us came out okay.
I remember always having my mom always saying that also I would always get lost in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? So that's lost time. I mean, imagine how they take kids.
Dude, we're at the fucking swap meet.
Yes, and everybody's there in the swap meet every weekend.
Yeah, all the Mexicans, just because when we lived in California, we were still in California, we go to the ones in freaking LA, like the fucking ghetto ass ones, but they're huge.
I've
And I
been
remember
there.
and
Those are
this
the
one guy
best.
tried to,
Like those are the best, dude. For money, shoot, you could
yeah.
do anything
But I
there.
remember this one time, like I don't remember if my sister was with me, but I just remember it was me, my mom, and I don't even want to call my dad, the dude, and they didn't even care about me. They were just walking like as if they were these teenagers again. And this one guy tried to grab me, dude, and I was like quick to like, and then because I was lagging behind because there's all these people. Of course, it's the weekend. It's packed with people, and they're getting mad at me because I'm falling behind. I'm like, well, you guys are just not giving a shit. You're just walking and walking and walking. You're just the two of you are acting like stupid ass teenagers.
Mhm.
As if I don't exist. So I'm like, this guy almost grabbed me, and they're just like, oh, whatever. And I was just like, oh, like they thought I was making it up, and I was just like,
I
so
know.
that's why I hated when he came around because it's like my mom became so stupid. Like she just reverted back to being a teenager. I'm not kidding, dude. Like it
Dude, my
was
mom
bad.
too, man. Every time she'd break up with a guy, I'd be like, why are we here? I'd look at my middle sister. I'm like, why are we here with my mom crying? And she was over here crying and drinking. And she was listening to que Ramona Ayala, que all this music and Mexican music making her more sad and crying. And we had to sit there with her, like, what the freak? You're a kid.
You're like, well, this
Then we had
is.
to shake every man's hand. Oh my gosh. I remember I was like 13, 12.
Mhm.
We had to go to the casino ballroom and shit because she didn't want to leave me alone with my sisters, even though she used to leave me alone with them all the time, especially my baby.
Mhm. Same,
I had
same.
to dance with these older men. Like, fuck, that's gross. I was only like maybe 13. And I had to wear heels and makeup and
Oh my God, you're still a child.
I don't know. It's a lot of shit that happens in this families. And we're only talking about Mexican because we have that bloodline and we have that culture and we have that experience and we can talk about it. So there.
Yep, yep. So if anyone wants to talk shit, cut a bitch. Yeah, that's right. Pull out a TT.
Eyeliner in my eye. Cruise all day, drink all night. Got 40 with 3 guys. Lean like a chola, way up high. Big eyeliner in my eye. Cruise all day.
I can't play the whole song because of hopefully no one will give me another strike.
Oh my God.
Man, I never had a strike before, dude. Like in when I had like more than 1,000 subscribers, I never had a strike. And then I start and I would talk about everything and anything. And then I started my new channel and then I had this guy named uh Jax. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we can't have another strike.
I'm about to strike you.
I'm about to use this pencil.
Yeah, right. La pinche pluma.
Anything. I think that's what you were saying earlier too. Uh, Yazmin, is that what we become so like not trusting anyone and like just like why should we give up our freedom? I why?
Right, or why do we feel like we need to be submissive to a man
Right.
or just it's like that gross assumption that women must be so nice and biddable and just do what you're told because it's what good girls do and it's just like, well, first of all, I ain't no girl anymore. I'm not a grown ass woman and I know when I see patterns and when I see bullshit, I'm gonna call it out. And they don't like that shit.
Yeah.
They do not like it when you call them out. And it's just like, oh, well, I'm not going to let you get away with bullshit just because the last bitch did, but you got bored because she was just always so accessible and just always available. Or they want the crazy bitch, man. They just want
Yes, they want the crazy bitch that fucking knocks down their vehicle's windows like every fucking.
yeah, pop the tires and shit or fucking light the house on fire and shit.
Yeah, and beat them up.
Yeah,
They like it.
right. It's what they want. They want the red flags and shit, but then they try to tell you, no, I'm looking for someone that I can be happy with and we can And then when they do find it with you, then they're just like, oh no, you're boring. I just want to be back with the crazy bitch. I'm like, all right, go back to the crazy bitch
You're
then.
right. You're right. It's like run away, run away. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Massages this guy had. This recent guy. He had it all. Everything.
Right. And they don't appreciate it. They're just like, let's
He went
look,
back
I'm
to
in
this
our
crazy bitch.
yeah, go back to the crazy bitch
Order
then.
on. What? So,
You're like, rip. Use it to roll your blood. No. That's what they want.
I'm done rolling that.
You're all putting oregano and Italian spices, Italian seasoning.
Tea tonight at the Harkins. Yeah, look at how Mexican, Chola. Harkins way, like you can order drinks at Harkins. And what did I do? Being Mexican? Mexican or whatever. Anyway, being born in Mexico. I washed it, man. I can't throw away stuff. And they would make me eat all the freaking leftovers when I was a kid because my mom didn't want to throw away stuff. And then I was the one always got the burnt toast. Give it to Vero. She's the older. She's the biggest. She can handle it.
Oh my god. Like you're the fucking garbage disposal or something.
Oh, I'm like, why?
It's like, bitch, do I look like a trash can to you? Like, fuck.
Well, I'm the biggest. I'm the tallest. So that's what
Right.
they eating me all.
She needs all the food.
Oh, dude. And then we grew up here on the south side too. There was some kind of contamination, tea something, water. Yeah. And then they finally found out and everybody was like trying to sue the water company, Tucson Water. It had some kind of tea something. Some kind of poison. And supposedly, they said that they were going to recompense us, and they never did. They don't care.
They don't. They just say that shit.
Outsiders, the Mexicans, they don't care about the freaking homeless. They use them for experiments. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't give a shit. If it ain't white, it ain't right.
Oh my gosh.
And we're white too, so we could talk shit also.
Yeah, we have white blood too. Like I have German, Spanish, fucking.
I know for sure French and Spanish, but I'm sure I would want to do a DNA test, but I don't want to spit in a cup for these motherfuckers so then they can clone me.
I know, but they've already cloned us though, and they have our blood and our specimens and everything online. They have it in Jupiter and in Saturn and shit fucking here in on Earth.
Fucking bitches.
Under the dumps,
Mm-hmm.
But I know what you mean. But yeah.
Fuck them.
My mom always says, oh, you came out like really white, like your dad's side of the family. You're so arrugada. Don't you wear crema. You're getting wrinkles. You're like, you need cream. And I'm like, Mom, I just turned 51, bro. Like, I'm good. I used to smoke, at age 42 with the divorce. I just quit. I'm like, I'm trying. Like, if it's not my wrinkled, it's your hair's falling off. I'm like, no, Mom, it's been the thickest ever. Thanks. If it wasn't that 2 years ago, I cover your arms are so big. Like, look, why do Mexican moms have to be jealous of their girls? Or
just very critical, it's like you're never gonna get a man. If it's like, well, fuck a man, dude. It's like I don't need to look good for anybody. I don't need to impress anyone. Yeah. And then plus, if I have to look a certain way to catch a dude, it's the wrong man. Because he just wants a Barbie doll. He just wants a little Barbie doll. It's like, I ain't nobody's fucking doll, dude.
Where's that voodoo doll? Ding ding.
Yeah, I know. Ding, 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 ding. Right in the pito. Hope your thing turns black and falls in the toilet.
Yeah, all these women, them men are banging, but they want that princess queen at home.
And it's just, and that too, like in the Mexican culture, like they raise these girls to be very competitive, even with their own sisters, their own cousins, their own friends. You got to find the rich man, and you got to find the guy especially if you get the rich white man, you made it, and then he's got to take care of your whole family, and it's just like, that is just some.
And this thing about taking care of your mom, well, what if you hate your mother?
Right,
if
what if she
your mother's
wasn't
not your
good?
mother? What if she never treated you with respect? Why should we have to? I'm
Right,
sorry. I just
well,
can't.
that's because it's your mom, and your mom will never love you like your mother. And it's like, well, yeah, what if she didn't, though? What if she was just, just only thinking about herself and just having a bunch of kids just to keep the guy around, or
Yeah.
just some bullshit, or just because it's the culture, It's like, well, fuck your culture. It's not my
Yeah.
culture. It
I
might be
don't
your
want to be in
culture.
that culture anymore. I mean, I'm very, I'm still freaking programmed with that. Fucking the woman, oh, there it goes. The woman does everything, the cooking, the cleaning. I need to break away from that.
Same here, dude. That's why I haven't really been able to date. Because the last dude that I was talking to, like, yeah, like when I finally just cut it off, because he just kept talking about other women, and he's like, but I'm really interested in you, and I'm like, then why are you
Oh
still
my
talking about us?
gosh.
Like,
I've
why do
had,
you, made him breakfast, fucking bought him food and shit like that, and it's just like, this is why I don't date fucking single divorced dads, man. Like, they just want that woman, especially when they didn't have a mother to be a mother. Like,
they want
I'm
us to
like,
be their moms,
it's
dude.
like, ain't your mama? I don't even want to be a mom. I don't want to be your mom.
Right.
And I don't want to be a mom to your kids. Like, they have a mom already.
Yeah, they expect a woman to that second woman to also be a mom to them, even though they already have them.
Right? Be a mom to the kids and then be a mom to them. And it's like, then go back to your mom, dude.
Yeah.
And then what else was he telling me? He's like, yeah, I also want to be with someone that's going to put my ex-wife in her place. I'm like, no, 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 no. That is not my
Oh
job.
hell no! Oh hell no!
I was just like, red flag, red flag. It's like, you're China, bitch. You're just one big red flag.
It's true.
So,
They don't
and
have
then,
responsibilities.
yeah, and then of course the dude goes back to his crazy ex-girlfriend. She's got a heroin problem and shit. And I'm just like, I knew it. I already knew it. I'm like, he must have been cheating on her when he was with me.
Yeah, well, that's what I just found out. This guy was like went back. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just. I guess they like the abuse. They like the bad women. They like
It's
you
it's
said, the perfect
exciting.
woman, and then they have to run to the unperfect, like ugly shit, trash.
Right. They just want to be with us because we're safe, but then it gets boring, so they want to go back to the excitement and just all the drama. And it's like, no, just stay over there, dude. Just don't come over here. you know? And they're like stray cats. You feed them once and they don't go away.
Yep, yep. You gotta be careful with that. It's um, they just like to take advantage of the lonely women,
Right.
and we're not supposed to be freaking lonely, because we're not. It's just we are. We get like that sometimes because we're like we see other couples or on the stupid online shit. That's why I'm not on Facebook anymore. I feel like it's an ant hole.
Mhm.
Un hormiguero, güey. Like, oh, y luego tienen el que come las hormigas. Uh,
Mhm.
the anteater, then they got the distraction, they got the queen bee, they got the queen bee de las ants,
Mhm.
go on and on. And then you got the people on Facebook that will get a glass and burn the ants, and the others that cause a fire, the flood, whatever. It's un hormiguero, way. Like that's what I was thinking last night. I couldn't sleep, and I'm like, what is Facebook? Is it by the mantids or the ant beans? And I saw a bunch of ants everywhere. So
Right, running around here and there.
the
Gotta
shit.
pour that baby powder so they scatter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause yeah, I'll get that same way too. I'll be like, man, I do wish I had someone, but then I'm like, then I have to go through the whole like, but if you are with someone, like, is it because you do want to find that person, or is it you're feeling lonely?
Yep.
You want to keep up with the Joneses, and then I have to like break myself from that. I'm like, yeah, but he's gonna be the wrong guy, because they always are, dude. Because they're gonna take advantage of your niceness. They're gonna see that you do all this and that for them, and then it's gonna be some drama, and then he's just gonna end up leaving you for someone better. and younger and shit.
Or
So I'm just like,
plastic.
yeah, some plastic bitch. And then since I live in a college town, you got all these little like white girls whose
I do
parents
too.
pay
I
for
live
everything.
here in a university town. Yeah.
Yeah,
We do too.
they just want to go for the fun girls, and it's like, yeah, screw it. There's no point in talking to some dude. So if I ever find a guy attractive, I have to go through all that shit. And I'm
Yeah,
like, no.
that too. I
It's
do.
like he's just gonna leave you. He's just gonna leave you, man. You know how they are. None of these guys are true. They're all low vibration dudes.
Yeah.
And you're up here, they're down here. Like you need someone who's at your level.
Yeah.
And
It's like my friend, I won't say her name, but she said this morning, she's like, it's like you're a huge ass tidal wave, like,
mm,
and some of these men are used to like these little tiny specks of grains of salt, not even barely maybe wet from the water, and here I come when you come and us star seeds and super soldiers, motherfucker, I'm here. You wanted me, bang. I'm right here.
right, right. The Venus in the shell.
You got the Hulk and then you got the mermaid. Yes, darling.
Yeah, Little Mermaid. You got the little Ariels. You don't talk. That's what they want, man.
Are you Pisces or what's your sign?
Sagittarius.
I Sagittarius. That's awesome. You always tell the truth. You don't care
Yeah,
about
we're very blunt. Very blunt. And then my Chinese zodiac sign is the dog. So I could be a bitch, dude. You flip my bitch switch, dude. I will fucking not only bark, but I will bite.
Yeah.
And my bark can be as worse as my bite. Cause I'm just sick of this shit, man. I'm just like, I'm tired of people taking advantage of me. I'm tired of people just thinking I'm just this quiet, timid little, doormat until they get to know me and they're like, oh, fuck that. And it's like, yeah, fuck that. I don't need you.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people that.
Go ahead.
I don't know, it's just hard to find people that just understand, just understand me and what I've been through and shit. Está cayendo el pelo.
Se te está cayendo, güey. Está dando rasquera. Yeah. No, I get it. Big time.
It sucks. Now I just want to find just my people. Like, I can now just care less about finding a dude. It's like, I just want to find my tribe. I just want to find my family, so we can start fucking shit up. We got a world to save.
Yep, we do. Yep, and then it's not just the child trafficking. It's everything, like the organ stuff. I mean, they pretty much will take out someone's heart. They don't care. They'll abduct them. They'll traffic them, and
right. They're like, that's 20 grand right there. And it's just like, dude, like that's how much a human life is worth to you. Just 20 grand or whatever it is. They don't care.
Pounds, whatever a heart is worth. I don't know. It's just, and that's why we are here, because you guys gotta open your eyes. You gotta take care of your kids instead of just walking with them over there in the fucking swap meet and leaving them behind, or leaving with the babysitter that you don't even know, or having
Or family member that could be fucking a predator and shit. Because they say most of the time it's always a family member or a friend of the family.
Yeah. Wake up, man. Like, you gotta value yourself, women out there. Tienen que valorar su corazón. Tienen que valorar sus habilidades. You gotta validate and give valor and give your abilities a chance, and you are.
Right, man. Like there's nothing wrong with being single for a long time. Like just healing yourself and finding out what your gifts and your talents are and what you have to give to this world, and that right person will be attracted to you. Because I mean, of course, like you'll be like, you're the flame and you got all these moths trying to come around you, but you got to burn off the ones that just aren't right for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the right ones are going to stick around, and the right one will see your light for what it is, not just because like, oh, she's very empathetic, so she's going to just always be on my side and just cry with me and cry for me, and I can always come back and forth. Like, nah, dude. It's like, once you're gone, that's it. You're dead to me now.
Yep. I learned that too.
And I mean, and it sucks sometimes because, if you do find someone and you think that's this dude might be, or at least, or a friend, or just, just people who are like, hey, maybe we can da 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 da, and then in the end they're just like, you were just there for their benefit.
Yeah, like what the guy's always like wondering what could she do for me,
Right, what can I get out of her?
Huh?
Well, I'm talking to 5 other chicks. What can I
Yeah.
get from her? What can I get from her? What can I get from her? And then they go from having all these women to no women once they finally are like, yeah, fuck you, dude, we're done. Done with you and
Yeah.
done with your stupid ass.
And they say that for men that go through a rebound and then like say they could have found the right one,
Mhm.
takes 6 months for the guy to realize that he fucked up. 6 months.
It's like, oh well, bitch, I've moved on already. So
For
don't
us
come
women,
back here.
I think it's pretty, I don't know. I think maybe because we see it, but sometimes we're like, oh, maybe he'll change. No,
It's like, no,
don't do that, ladies. They will not change.
no, they won't.
Nobody.
If they're not putting in the effort, what makes you think they're gonna put in the effort later?
Or
Just
after.
because they can't find someone else, they're like, oh, I'll just go back to her. And it's like, nah. I'm not a dog and I'm not going to eat my vomit. Like, you're the, like, I don't want that. You're trash, dude. I'm not a raccoon.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, because like you said, we're not from this earth. Like, we're not, that's why we can't relate to a lot of these women, and especially not the men, because they're just obsessed by the way women look. Especially now with social media, like it's just made it way worse. See all
Yeah,
these women
and
with.
then remember the bots are coming. The sex robots are. I think they're already underground base of Las Vegas.
Oh, jeez.
And only the elite can see them. They're sex robots already. So I mean, women trying to be plastic now. You're gonna want women wanting to be robots. This is the whole transhumanism crap.
That's gross.
I know.
That's so gross. Fuck that.
No.
I just want to go to my home already, my home star.
Me too. I ain't never gonna come back. No.
No, I will not come back. Once I'm gone, I'm gone.
Whoever I run into out there when I'm going home, don't go to Earth.
Don't send me back.
Oh, don't do it.
It's like, no, I already lived there. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. Just because, people let these reptilian beings or archons get to them and, they're in religion, they're in the churches, they're in the politics, they're in, you name it. They're
Right, the
parasites.
media.
Parasites.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're soul parasites, they're mind parasites, they're heart parasites, and people want to be like them. Oh, I want to make that money to get that car so I can get this type of woman. And it's just like,
Yeah.
that's all you're living for. It's like, that's a very sad existence. So to try to make a contribution, try to help those that you can while you're still here. No, they just want to help themselves, and they want other people to help them, and then they're like, all right, cool, got what I needed, got what I wanted, see you, wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
So, what do we do now, Yazmin? ¿Qué vamos a hacer ahora que ya, now that we've talked all this right now, what can we like look forward to? Or I mean, I would really, really want us, like my Starseed family, to like if we could like live together in like a plantation or farm, or like no sé, like a co-op place. I mean, I know just like maybe different groups, different places in the United States or wherever in the world, and just be in tune like with our heart and our frequency with Mother Earth, and see how we're gonna help solve these things.
Right, because that's my dream too, like having a big, beautiful house with all this acreage and just growing our own food and just, learning from each other and doing different, like, learning how to smith, like making, what is it, like, like with metal and stuff, like just making your own stuff. Yeah, smithing, I guess they call it that, and just everything from back in the day, just being a village, being a commune, and just growing with each other, learning from each other, and just forgetting about all the bullshit, like all the social media bullshit and just all this crap that people are just so trapped in. Going back to the basics pretty much, and just living off the land, learning from each other, depending on each other, knowing that that is your support system, and they're not going to turn their back on you, because it's like, hey, we all depend on each other and we all help each other out.
Imagine all the
Yeah.
downloads, all the channeling, all the like being true to ourselves. Imagine all that power like in one place, and imagine the beautiful things we could do, like free water technology, whatever, all that stuff that people talk about, in the future.
But that's why these assholes, they invented all this shit, the internet and all this crap, because they need people separated. They want people selfish, and they want people just thinking about themselves and just being stuck on being unhappy with themselves, with their partner, with people.
With their
I don't
body.
look like, yeah, I don't look like her. I don't have this type of man, or I don't even have a man at all, or this is the kind of car I drive. Instead of being grateful, like, at least I have a home, at least I have a car, at least I have food, at least I have
Yes,
certain.
exactly.
But no, people are just so ungrateful, and they just don't know how to see. They can't see what my mom would say. They can't even see past their own nose. They just see what's in front of them instead of being like, but I do have more than certain people, and when I'm going to work, and you see the people that are like begging on the side of the road or right there, I'm just like, I'm so thankful. I'm like, I'm sorry for them, and I send them love. I'm like, but I'm so thankful I'm not in that place.
Yeah.
Because I could be there, but at least I do have a job, and I know I have people to help me if I can't pay my rent. I just hate asking, because I'm 40 years old, and still asking for my mom to help me. Like, hey, I can't pay rent this month. Can I borrow what I don't have, and I'll just pay you back when I can.
Right.
And I always do, and she understands. And I even talked to her. I'm like, did I make the right choice coming up here? And she goes, no, I know it's hard at first sometimes. I'm like, I've been here for almost a year now, and I've just been struggling this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all I do is just work for just this place, and I'm like, I can't even enjoy walking, going to the park, or doing the hikes and doing the trails, because I'm just working, and then on my days off, I'm just too tired to even want to go do anything. I don't even want to go to the store to get the things that I need. I'm just like, oh, I just want to lay down, or I just want to be here.
Yeah.
Stuck in front of the computer, and I'm like, this is not life, dude. This is not what people were meant for, but it's what they want us. While they have all the money, the resources, and all that shit, here we are fucking slaving away just to barely survive, while they're all fucking raping us for our resources, our money, like you say, our luge. They take it all from us, trying to keep us down, keep us depressed.
But in the end, they won't win. I mean,
No, they won't.
and all I know is that I'm supposed to keep talking. After I had my near-death experience and my awakening, all I know is that they didn't let me leave, and I have to stay here. And my contract is to talk the truth, my journey, be as real as fuck as I can be, even though y'all trolls are like, blah, blah,
Fucking
blah.
trolls.
I don't care.
Fucking ugly ass
I
trolls.
reject you. You guys don't have a life. So my thing is I have to talk until the day I decide to go home.
Yep.
And it does get lonely, like they say at the top, meaning because we star seeds pretty much don't have too many friends.
Yeah.
We can't trust y'all. Some of y'all we can't trust because you guys, you sold your soul. We will
Right.
never sell our soul.
Nope. Hell no. No.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, going back to, the guys, you can't talk to them about this crap. Not crap, but, you can't talk to them because they think you're crazy or something, they're like, something's wrong with her. And it's just like, it's just what I feel,
Yeah,
I
and
feel.
then like toward the end of the relationship, they start making fun of you and, oh, why do you wear a beanie hat? Really? it's like having to wear that, that when Xavier's trying to read the other guy's mind in X-Men, you got to put on that shell, that
Like armor, pretty much,
armor. It's armor, yeah. And sometimes I won't wear it, and I'm getting stronger and stronger in my mind. But
Mhm.
sometimes the bombardments are so bad. It's like fuck, and I have to have the Wi-Fi on sometimes, and
Mhm.
especially on a full moon.
Mm.
Gosh, even with the beanie hat, it's hard because I hear all those people's needs and these crazy fucks outside all the time, like the shadows, and I'm like, you guys leave me the fuck alone, like, or somebody wants me to talk to somebody, and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, you know, like, oh, why is it that when I try and go to sleep, you guys like want my answers? I don't have all the answers, fuckers, right?
Right, it's like, why don't you find them yourself? And then, or yeah, when people find out like you can remote view or you can do this and do that, they just want to use you for your abilities. And
Right.
will I get
That's why
him
I have to
back?
charge, dude, because I have to pay my cable. I have to pay my phone. I have to, we need toiletries. We need gas. God dang, like, and I only charge the minimum, dude. Like,
Right, you could be charging all kinds. Like, well, it's going to be 200 for an hour or 200 for 30 minutes.
333 for this, 500 for that. No, I only charge, what I charge. So, and I do everything remote viewing. I do like dream interpretation. I can remote view whatever the heck. I can verify the memories or not. I'd be like, nah, bro, they're making that shit up. But I was thinking, Celeste, Yazmin, ¿qué quieres hacer tú? Like, what would you like to do from your abilities? For, like, say, would you like to start a YouTube channel on your abilities? Like, what do you like to do?
I feel like I'm called to try to just be like a voice, the voice in the wilderness, just not trying to be like Apostle John, like thinking I'm some prophetess or something, but just trying to wake people up and just be like, see the bullshit that's going on. Like, why can't you see what's happening? The control and the brainwashing and just, I wish you could see what I see, but of course, people are just so just indoctrinated and just, just trying to help them break free from the spells and from just all this crap, Like, I feel like I'm called to do something like that, like, I don't know.
Call it
Not,
the last voice in the desert or something.
ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I feel like that's what I'm called to do, to just wake the masses up before I'm called back home, just to help save humanity, save itself, because they're just going to hell in a handbasket right now. They're just so distracted by the latest celebrity, blah blah blah. And it's like, don't you see that's a distraction? Don't you see that? Like,
Yes. Oh, did you hear that Will Smith supposedly went to India and is trying to find himself? Oh, and then
oh my
the
gosh.
girl on the radio said, but remember, guys, he's only human. I'm like, nah, bitch, he's a hybrid like me. He ain't human. No, this is just another distraction. Oh, now everybody's gonna want to go to India, right? Like when
Right.
Julia Roberts made that Eat, Love, and Pray movie, which is really good movie.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, everybody was like, oh, we gotta go to Belize or wherever the heck, India, where she went to. What was it? That place. ¿Cómo se llama? Bali or Bali? Yeah, Bali.
Oh, Bali in Indonesia.
It's just a distraction.
Yeah, just help people break from, not only this matrix, but even their own matrix that they've created. Just stuck on social media or stuck on whatever dumb bullshit, whatever their family's saying. Oh, your clock's ticking, when are you gonna get married, when are you gonna have kids? And it's just like, nope. Everyone has a different mission on this planet. Some are meant to be mothers, some aren't meant to be mothers, because there's something big inside them that they need to, give this gift to the world. And I've always thought too, I'm like, man, I should have been pregnant like 10 times or some
Yeah.
shit, but I just feel like, yeah, I've been kept from that because I do have a mission on this earth. I'm not from this earth, you know?
Yep.
And, you know, I don't think my parents are my parents. I do look a lot like my mom, but that could just been from God knows what.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I know my dad ain't my dad. I know. And when I remember when I even asked her, I was like, is he even my dad? And I know when she's trying to hide something, like the way she got defensive about it, it was almost like, oh shit, like she's finding out, you know? And I don't know. Yeah, I really think my uncle is really my dad. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever find out in the end. I hope so. Like, I would just like to know. And I wouldn't want to start drama with his family because I'm sure my aunt would, it would devastate her. But just for my own self, just to know, like, okay, thank God that he's not my real dad. He's my real dad. Because everyone else looks like him, like my dad. But, yeah, they all had a connection with him, but not me. I was just like, yeah, he's not my father. I know he's not.
You know when you know.
Yeah, you know. But who knows? I could have been implanted in my mom, and I just look like her because I was put inside of her or something. Because, yeah, I look nothing like the dude.
Yeah, because
So
that's what they did to us. Like, I know my mom had a C-section, so like they grew me. I think is in Mars. They grew me in Mars, and then they implanted me in my mom. And of course, they have to put like some genes of the mother and the father so that you're not too different. But she's just not my mom. My dad is pure heart and love, and that's how I am too. It's just don't piss me off, right?
yeah.
Just love and fucking like leave me alone, let me live, and I'll let you live, you know. But yeah, they do that. They do that, and then of course, you know, they know you're coming, right? So we talked about this before. They tag us in the back of the neck, and then they prick our feet to say, "Oh yeah, that's her blood type. Yeah, she came in."
You know what's so crazy? Like, so back in 2014 or 13, I was seeing this Army Ranger dude, and he took me shooting. And because he was really tall, he was like 6'6" or 6'7", and I stand about 5'3" or so. And he says to me, he's like, "You weren't born." He's like, "The stork brought you to your mom." And of course, I just never, well, way before I even woke up, you know, I was stuck in the Matrix, and I just thought it was like something cute he was saying. And then for some reason, like, I want to say maybe a couple weeks ago or so, like, it just, like, I remembered that. And then, of course, him being in the Army and being all this and that, like, it could have been something he was telling me without him knowing he was telling me, like, yeah, you weren't born, you were made somewhere, and you were brought to your mother, and now it's starting to make a lot of sense to me.
My mom would always say that la cigüeña te trajo, like, oh, it's the cigüeña that brings you. It's the, you know,
The stork.
that brings you. I'm like, I mean, I know that's the story that they used to tell us, but yeah, that's
Right.
definitely,
Yeah, when he told,
yes, AI can go through him, and even if he's not knowing why he said something, he could be that way. People are always,
right, like, it's just something cute he was saying, because it was like my birthday when you took me shooting. And I was like, oh, yeah, like I was made in some little doll factory. And he goes, yeah, exactly.
wow.
And I was just not, and then when I was thinking about it a while back, I was just like, holy fuck. Like, it's starting to make a lot of sense now. And, you know, it's like, why am I so infatuated with this whole super soldier thing? Like, even when I first discovered, like, all the videos, it was the first one I seen. It was either the one with Carrie Cassidy and, like, she was talking to James and Max, or it was the one where she was talking with what's her name, Erin Greenhicks or something. That one, she's a Rothschild.
Oh, I don't remember her name, but yeah.
It was Erin Greenhicks or something like that. And I just started searching more and more videos because it was just very interesting to me. But I even would even ask myself, I'm like, why am I so interested in this? Like, why do I have such an infatuation? And then just the more I kept searching, and then just things about myself, and just all this missing time, and just all, you know, just my weird childhood, and just memories that I can't even recover, and I just don't feel like my family is really my family because I just don't think like them, and I just don't, just the way they are, like go to school and get married and da 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 and do this and do that. And maybe only two of my siblings, I don't know if like I feel close to them. Well, one has passed away and then the other one is living in Phoenix, but the rest I just feel no connection to, and I'm just like, maybe my family isn't my family, and I was implanted, and I'm just, living this human experience for I don't know what reason.
Yeah, and then a bunch of like all the targeting that's involved in the CIA love bites and
Mhm.
like, upping our rents. I mean, that's also part of targeting too. And I'm like, okay, well, there goes the whole social security disability check that I have. It's like, what am I gonna do now? Like, well, I gotta keep doing the readings. I gotta keep doing my books. As long as I use my abilities to manifest, we'll be okay. As long as we keep doing our mission, we'll be provided for somehow. I know we are. We have to be.
Right.
Sometimes when I don't see it right away, I just yell at the gods. I'm like, you stupid. You want me to stay here? Send me the freaking money to pay my rent, or whatever.
Right. Then make me fucking rich or
Let me
something.
go home then if I'm not gonna be, provided for. I'm not gonna do your dirty work anymore.
Right? It's just like I don't want to keep being unhappy, just always going to work and always being tired and just not wanting to do shit,
Yeah.
keeping
I'm
me
thinking
depressed.
I don't know. Okay, I know we're lonely because we're human and we're used to having touch and everything. But what if when we're not in human state because we're consciousness? Do we maybe that's why we are here is to feel and to touch and to love and feel our hearts and see, the rubber suit of the other person, even though we're not that. Because when we're in flight and when we're in the other dimensions, I mean, we can make ourselves whatever body we want. We can
Mhm.
eat the fake food. We can actually taste the real food. We can make love in the astral. It may not be the same as being a human form, but I don't know. Do you think? Because I was watching that silly movie on Netflix last night. I couldn't sleep again, and I had read and did dinner and cleaned, and then I'm like, forget it. I'll just watch Netflix, and it's Her. It's called Her. And about 2 years ago, I started watching it. Then I'm like, this is kind of weird, because they sell him consciousness, OSI tag one.
Mhm.
They sell him consciousness to have like this friend, and then he gets to choose because it's an algorithm, and he gets to choose whether it's a male or female voice. So it's a female voice, and whose voice is it? It's the one from not the Hulk, but Black Widow. Lash, yeah.
What's her name? Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. I like her voice. Scratch it. But anyway, I
Mi
gotta.
pelo.
Your hair's falling.
Ay,
Oh my
ay,
god,
ay.
the battery's dying on the computer and laptop. But so I'm thinking, okay, because we're human, is that why we're lonely sometimes? Because we miss the touch and we miss the hugs and the just being with someone, and enjoying our energy, not just in the calm body, but in the touch,
Yeah.
Thinking about that this morning, things I think about when I can't sleep.
It's funny that you say that because I was thinking the same thing too, and it's just like,
And that's
you
why they
know,
target us here because we feel so much. And that's how we manifest as well with our feelings.
mhm. Just having at least just that one person that will understand you and stand by you, and just wants to be with you. But, these people just, they either want to be with a certain person, a certain looking type, like they just look on,
Plastic.
yeah, exactly. They just look on the outside, the aesthetic, but it's like, what are you going to do with that though? Like, are you really going to be happy?
Yeah.
Like even my brother's stuck in that whole Matrix thing, and what's so crazy that he's the one that started showing me like all the things about CERN and just
Oh
all
wow.
that stuff about the Illuminati, and then he's just fell all way back into sleep, you know? It's like now all of a sudden, like, it's as if he forgot about all that.
He was used to wake you up.
Hmm.
Interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what his contract was, to help you
Oh,
wake up but then go back to sleep.
right. Just get sucked back into the matrix. Like, it's like you'll have an easier life.
Or he was just hacked to wake your ass up. Maybe you hacked your brother, dude. Maybe it was you that hacked yourself, went through your brother to wake your ass up. You never know.
Right. Because he and I used to be pretty close. Like, we would order pizza and we would drink beers and we would just watch all these, like, all this shit on YouTube, like the sounds under the earth or like the, you know, the weird sounds that people would hear in the sky and shit. And we would watch all those all the time and we'd talk about it. And then, but then my youngest sister moved in with us and she, like, pretty much caused a huge rift in the whole family.
Oh, it looks
Like,
like she had an archon attached to her.
mhm.
Dude.
Dude, oh, dude, she's definitely some work, man. Because there was a time she was actually doing really well, and then she just went back to her. And then she's like in this weird church. It's really a cult. They believe an 80-year-old Korean woman is the Holy Spirit.
What the
Yeah, and she tried to get us to go to her weird church, and we're like, nah, dude, we're not going.
Oh, hell
We're
no.
not going. Like, it's a cult. It's a true cult. It
Oh,
really is a
gosh.
cult. And anyways, but yeah, so after she moved in, she pretty much, it was like me and my brother were enemies, and you know we couldn't even talk to each other even till this day. But now, because just the way he is now. But yeah, because of her, she was just we all couldn't wait to move out as we were all getting ready to leave. And yeah, she even tried starting crap with her cousin. He moved in with us, and she tried to tell him to find a job when she wasn't even working, and she's very narcissistic, man, and she just can't let go of the past. Like, it's like your childhood wasn't even that bad. Like, my sister, us older two girls, we had it way worse. But, you know, a few of us rose above it. My sister in Boston, she's I don't know, she's just
Oh, yeah.
in her own dark world.
Those spirits that have latched onto her, the archons, the um the Satanist worship of this lady, and their cult. I mean, imagine how many, because of all the dancing, all the rituals that they do. Imagine all that shit that's attached to her,
Mhm.
and then wants to like f you guys up there,
Yeah.
cause riffraff, whatever they call it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'd have to shut my door. Like, would she be walking around, like, she would just give off this dark ass energy, and she would like purposely be mean to my cat,
I feel
you
it.
know, for her to try to get a rise out of me, but I would just be like, nope. And I would see what she was doing, so I just would never react to it. You know, I'd just be like, come on, Lance, come in my room, and I
Yeah.
would just shut my door, or, you know, just not give her that energy, you know, that whole, you know, give her my power, because that's exactly what she wanted, just for her to get a rise out of me. I'm like, I'm not gonna give that to you, dude. And then she tried talking to me, and she was like, Sally, we need to talk. And I was like, she's like, how can you have so much hate when you know God is coming soon? And I'm
Oh,
like, don't even try to talk to me about that. You don't believe in God. You don't care about God. I'm like, the way you are is like, you don't represent God in any kind of way. And she just tried to bring up stuff from our past when we were kids, and I'm just like, nope, I'm shutting it down. I'm shutting it down. I'm like, this is you just trying to control.
yeah.
And she was like, well, and I'm like, nope. I'm like, you gotta leave. And so she couldn't stand it that she didn't have any control over me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna give you control. Because she just uses us too, because she doesn't want to learn to drive. She can't live by herself. Like, she just uses the family to take care of her so she can. And then she starts doing her little orchestrating, like, well, this is what you need to do with your life, and this is what you should be doing. And it's like, bitch, no. Get control of your life first, and then you can try to tell me what I need to do. But yeah, she just can't let go of the past. She can't let go of what people did to her. She just wants to hold on to it for control because she has nothing else going on. I know she hates herself, and it's like, you
That's
don't have
another
to
thing.
live.
That's another thing that I noticed. Glad you brought that up. Why not date a Mexican? They are very insecure. Not all of them, okay, guys. This is just our experience. Very insecure. Um, but
Then they
they
become very possessive. Then.
exactly, and they become very jealous
Hmm.
and very insecure. I just can't date an insecure guy.
I can't either.
I'm not used to a guy saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful," like every 10 minutes.
Hmm.
You're such a gorgeous woman. You're so nice. You're like, you look so pretty. I just elogios like they don't work for me. Like, dude, I already know who I am. I know I'm gorgeous. I know I'm hot. Nobody has to tell me.
Right, it's like, yeah, I tell myself already that, like, yes, I know this, thank you, but it just seems like it's fake. It's like, I don't need you to freaking honey dick
Like, what
me,
are they
so
trying to do to us with those words? Like lavar el coco. Like I know I see what they're seeing. They're doing the psychology. It's like maybe if I tell her how pretty she is, I can convince her, and then I can manejarla, no? Like
yeah,
manipulate her.
right,
It
take
doesn't make
control.
sense because it doesn't work for me.
I'll be like, why are you saying these things? And then they get all like, well, because, it's true. And I'm like, really? Or is it because what you want to make sure I don't leave? You want to make sure I stick around and do shit for you? Like, is that what it is? I'm like, you don't need to say this.
Mhm.
I'm like, you don't need to tell me that all these things.
Like
Like,
some of these rucas will hold the weed for the man, dude. Like really, back in for the drugs for the man. Oh,
right,
take the rap. They go to jail for these fucking men.
right, dude. Like the ride or die bullshit, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm nobody's ride or die, and I don't expect anyone to be the same way. If that's what you choose because you really feel like you want to be that for me, then that's different. But
Oh yeah, but
you can't expect. But they have that expectation that's like, no, you have to be my ride or die. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to talk to you no more. Just cut you off, man. And they don't like that. They don't like strong women that are secure in themselves. And it's like, I'm good. I
then they
don't.
don't
I
want
don't.
the women to work because they want to control them with the money.
Or they want them to work so they can stay home and just take
Exactly.
your money.
That
It
too.
could go either way,
Yeah.
and it's just like, no, dude, I ain't here to take care of you. Go back to your mom's house then, if that's what you want. I don't want to live with my mom. I don't want to feel like I'm a kid. I'm like, well, I'll make you feel worse. Trust me, bro.
Mhm.
Don't think I'm gonna be nice and fucking, lay on my back for you when you want it. It's like, no, bitch.
Yeah. I won't date a man that doesn't work. If he's just a lazy, oh hell no, I run the other way.
Right, dude. Right. And not trying to sound like I feel like I'm better, but I can't even date a guy that's working a minimum wage job. That just shows that he has no ambition, he has no drive. It's like, yeah, it's just a job and it's easy, like working at fucking McDonald's or something. Like, no hate on people who work at McDonald's. Like, there's people that's the only job they can get or whatever. But and some will work really hard at that job. But
So
when
no
you see
offense
the
to anyone who's working for McDonald's. Please do not write me and tell me how much you blah blah blah.
right, but you'll know those people that those adults that just never got their life together and they just want that easy job. They're just making a paycheck and they just don't want to really do anything with themselves. And it's just like I can't date a man with no ambition, with no vision, no anything like that. It's like, you know,
I
I
can't
have a job.
guy that doesn't like take care of his body, works out, or watches what he eats because that's my lifestyle, and I won't date a fat man. No offense to you, gorgeous, gorgeous, chunky, cute guys, but no offense to that. Okay, it's just I work too hard with
Right,
my body, too
right.
hard.
Guys that just stay home, they just watch Netflix or they just play video games. I can't date a guy either that plays video games. I'm like, dude, you're not a child anymore. Like, it's
They're
like,
actually creating virtual reality worlds for
oh,
VOD.
is it like almost like that fucking what's that show Westworld? Pretty much, there's
What's
gonna
it
be a
called?
Westworld.
Oh, I still haven't seen that. Westworld. I gotta write it down.
Yeah, that's just crazy, dude. I haven't seen the second season yet, but the
Okay.
first one just got me all fucked up. I was just like, dude, the things that
Oh my gosh, and
people.
then American Ultra too. They were playing it today when I went after I worked out. I had to go wash at the laundromat.
Mhm.
And then speaking, let me remind me of the laundromat. So what was I saying?
You said American
Oh
Ultra
yeah,
or something?
American Ultra. That's about super soldiers. Fucking badass. Like how
Really?
the CIA implants, or the DoD CIA implants these things, and these different scenarios, and then the guy goes like all like ape shit and kills everybody, and he goes, and his girlfriend's like, how did you know how to do that? But then at the end, the girlfriend is actually his handler. It's a pretty interesting American Ultra, yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that
And then at
too.
the end, they erase their memories because they fall in love with each other and shit. It's fucking. So speaking of the laundromat, I had to go. Yes, I had to go get coffee at McDonald's because it was cheap and it was the only place open at the time.
Right.
And that's the only thing that I'll eat from there, McDonald's, is their coffee.
Same here, dude.
And then I was talking to one of the guys, oh, may I help you, ma'am? And then they gave me the coffee, and I was saying, yeah, I got really, se me antojó el café, I was thinking of coffee because I hadn't drank coffee in 3 days.
Oh shit.
And I usually drink it every day. And then I go, hey, yeah, so I was at the laundromat, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I haven't been in a laundromat since I was 15. And I'm like, well, congratulations. I said, I just been through a divorce. And you know what? I had to go back to the laundromat. Thank you for my coffee. Have a nice night. I'm so better than you, bitch, because I haven't been in a laundromat since I was 15. Like,
you're like, bitch.
I just like to make conversation with people, whatever the conversation is, just to get them to talk so I can,
And then sometimes you're like, fuck, I wish I never said anything.
Yes, like, why did I even say I was in a laundromat?
I was like, why did I even talk to you? You shouldn't even got past hello.
Quiero mi cocol, güey. Oh my gosh. Cántame otra, pues, del Fernando acá, Aguilar, or whatever the heck his name. Alejandro Fernández. Ya te olvidé, güey. Ya te olvidé. That was a funny song.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, well, should we call it quits for now?
Yeah, if you want to.
3:45, or should we go like another 10 more minutes?
Yeah, we still haven't even got to number 10.
I know. Like,
it's gonna be a 2-part.
Let's see. Oh, because they're moms. Number 5 or 6. What are we on? Why do not date a full Mexican blooded man? Because they're moms, dude.
Dude, yeah, they're moms. We just make them like they're these special little boys, and women must bow down to them. And it's like, well, that's my little special
I would say, why do you want to be a cop? Women are supposed to be at home.
It's like, hell no.
No. Not in my book. I was raised, and I was in those programs to be the best that I could be, right, with the Army. Go to the university. I got so many scholarships to go to the U of A, and then I got one for music and theater. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff. I mean, and for me to be a stay-at-home mom.
Right, having to bow down when he gets home and shit. You're like, no.
And then the mom comes in, does the white glove. Oh, there goes that's time to go. See? Something else is falling. I'm mad. Because we're in between 3 and 5 and 4.
Right, and 7 or something. It's like, we don't know what number we're on anymore.
What are we putting up? Are we putting up Neptune or Mars? Who's going to sleep right now? Saturn? Who wants to go to bed right now?
Oh, fuck.
Time to get the moon down, yo, the Nakis. Sorry.
Oh, man. Time to put you. A la mimis, a la mimis.
A la mimi, ruru. Yeah.
singing that the other day.
Viene el lobo y se la comerá. What are those fucking lullabies? Like, if you don't go to sleep, the wolf is gonna come and eat you. Lulu, que Lulu, remember? Duérmase mi niña, porque si no se duerme, el lobo se la comerá. I'm like, hey, I don't want to go to sleep.
You're like, now I can't sleep.
Or La Llorona. My mom would tell us a story about La Llorona.
Oh my
I can't
god.
sleep now, Mom. Like, so
Oh,
every
thank
time
you.
we go to the, to like the ocean, el mar, I thought my mom was gonna drown us.
Oh my god. You're like, you know what, Mom, don't bring us near no water.
La Llorona. Mom, why is she crying? Porque quiere a sus hijos. And I'm like, well, what happened? She drowned them. I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, how fucking
Okay, well, good luck finding your kids.
awesome.
Isn't that stupid commercial at 10 o'clock every night? Every night on when we were kids, they would say, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And I'm like, I'm right here.
I'm not in the ditch. My mom didn't drown me. Like, fuck.
Yeah, because they're moms.
What was the story? Because like she caught the husband cheating or some shit, so she decides to kill the kids. It's just
Yes.
like, see, that's why you don't date a Mexican man.
La Llorona is about because the woman caught the man cheating, and so she killed her kids and then herself for revenge. Don't fuck with the Mexican woman, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, as sad as it sounds, because my mom also had said that she was gonna kill us, and when we got home when I was like 13, and then when I was watching that thing on TV, and I'm like, Mom, why are you crying? She goes, because I was gonna kill you guys, and this woman drowned her kids and then drowned her on the news. I'm like, fuck, my mom's crazy. Like, get me the fuck out of here. Shank, shank.
That's why you always got that on you, man. Still think your mom's gonna come back.
The shit we had to survive when we were kids in this Mexican
Dude, I remember my mom, she said one time that she just wanted to leave us while we were still kids, and she's like, she just couldn't handle us anymore or some shit, and I was just like, well, you can't blame us being the way that we were, you know, we didn't have the best upbringing.
Yeah.
And but then she was like, but she said what made her stop was like, I don't know what she said, but she just said something made her stop, that she couldn't do that, you know, because something just told her like it just wasn't her fault. And like, because it isn't, we're just innocent children, like what do we know what to do? But yeah, it's just her being depressed and just I
like your stripper clothes too, man, the chola. It looks like if you have like if you have tattoos.
my tattoos.
So cute. But I was like, who's moving there in the background? And it was your cat.
Oh yeah, I'm like, don't you scare me like that.
Yeah, I know. I was watching something move and I'm like, is that a mirror? What's moving? I was gonna tell you, and then I saw your cat.
Oh, okay, good. Dude, he freaks me out because he'll see things like, you know how cats just stare? And one time he was doing this thing like around the corner of my room. I know there's something in my room, dude. As much as I don't want to.
I know. Kiki does the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know what happened in this apartment, but I'm just like, hopefully someone didn't kill themselves or some shit like that. But you know how it is. There's angry ghosts all over this country.
I'll find out. Before I go to sleep, I'll tune in to your energy if that's okay with you.
Yes. Yes.
Tune into your apartment and your cat and see what I see.
Yes. Because if it needs to cross over, let's cross it over.
Yeah, I can help you with that. Because I have a little girl that's here all the time.
Oh, really? Oof.
But I told her, be nice because you have the option. I can send you back to where you come from, or you can go to the hospital and reincarnate. And this is since 2017 that she's been with me. So, but like I said before on the other videos, like even my daughter and her boyfriend would listen to the stuff that goes around the kitchen. And I'm like, it's just her. She's just having a snack. The cats will see things in my room too. And then I'll feel some things, and then I'm like, or I'll see things, and I'm like, okay, who are you? What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And when it does smell very, very bad, like I know it's the freaking some of the Draco, some of the gray smell so bad.
Ugh.
No offense, guys. Some of y'all are good. No offense. Don't get all mad at me.
All right, shake.
Chill. You want some coffee?
Right. Want a drink?
Seriously, like these guys, most of them are, I mean, male entities, but some are female. I know when they send the witch to try and remote view me.
Oof.
I know when, you know who I'm talking about.
Mhm. Mhm.
When the space again. Remote view me and shit, and I'm like, girl, I'll see you. Get the fuck out of here. Or guy, I see you. Yeah, it's
Okay, no. Yeah, so I'll get a feeling too. Like some nights when I can't sleep at all because I just know something is there watching or something is just there, and I'm just like I have to sleep with the light on or something, at least to try to fall asleep. Or I need the cats there because I feel like they do protect me. Like
oh, they do, yeah, totally.
like as soon as I have at least just one of them, then I can totally fall asleep. But if I have none of the cats in my room, I'm just laying there and I'm just like, oh, what did I just see? Did I see something? Or
Yes,
I just hate
exactly.
it.
That's what was happening earlier. It's like I was in so much pain because I've been working out a lot since the surgery. It's still, people take at least sometimes 6 months to a year to even go back to the gym, and I did it in 4 months. And this was it. So sometimes I'm laying there and I'm like we talked earlier before we went on. It's like I can kick my own ass, like they say at the gym, for 3-4 hours. I'm so tired, and then I come home and I'm take a bath, eat, and I'm like, yay, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna go to sleep. And there's my mind. Shrink.
Shake. You're thinking about shanking people, though.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so you were saying the same thing, right? That you get tired, you have to work, blah, 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 exercise, whatever. And then you come home and you're like, bro,
Wide fucking awake.
Speak Spanish when they speak. Be careful, don't look at me. Say you member and whatever's. My man's been locked up forever. When he gets out, he'll be mad that his boy's my baby.
anyway. I haven't heard
Oh,
the
fuck.
song, but yeah, I've heard that being like a chill. That one's funny. This is funny.
My cousin used to play all the damn time. It was her jam. Because she just thought it was funny. Especially because of our tia Claudia. She was a chola. Well, she still is. But yeah. So it hits closer to home for us, that song.
Mhm.
No, but yeah, I'd like to know what's in the room or what's in the apartment because,
There's
I mean,
definitely a presence.
yep. I mean, because, like, I haven't noticed any. Actually, yeah. I remember this because I have this little LED light and it's battery powered and you need a.
It's a male presence, by the way.
Oh, God.
But I will. I could talk to the entity if you want, and then find out what the heck he needs, and cross him over if he needs to cross over, and if he wants to stay, well, then you're gonna have to give him some rules. Because I tell mine, you guys can stay, but you can't mess around with my kids and my friends, whoever's here.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I feel. How can I say? Because when my cat did that, I had to brave myself and I went in the room and I was like, whatever's in here, you know, I just I just want you to be at peace, just talking to it like I was talking to a person because I don't want to be like get the fuck out and just piss it off.
Well,
It's
you
just
can.
like
I do sometimes. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to listen to you right now. Like, I don't got time for this right now.
like I don't ever hear anything. I just it's always just like a feeling.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it's evil or like it's trying to harm me. Like I just feel
Right. Ask
like
it before you go to sleep tonight or this morning. Ask it, who are you and what do you want? Who are you and what do you want? Just fall asleep like that. You're safe here.
mhm.
Tell me. And it'll tell you. He'll tell you.
Okay. Because yeah, it's just like, I mean, if you're gonna be living here, pay some rent. No.
I know, right? Help me manifest more, fool. Can't
Like,
live
come on, man.
for
Mutual
free.
support. Let's be a team.
Or cook for me before I get home, eh?
Right? Send some money my way. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. You can bargain like that too.
It's like, please just help me pay this rent. You know it's expensive. Yeah, 'cause I haven't noticed anything weird. Just that one time I got out of the shower and, like I said, that little light that I had, this little light that you just have to press, you have to press the button. And it's not an easy button to press. And I know the cats were in the room just fucking around. And it just was turned on. And I know I didn't turn it on. And I know they can't turn it on.
Right.
And then, like I said, the thing about my phone when it was unplugged. And I was like, I know I plugged it in that night. Because I always plug it in because I play some music before I go to sleep. And the way it was, and even my phone was moved too. And I was just like,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
when I
letting
said
you
something on
know.
the,
It's letting you know that its presence is there. And it has something to do with his son.
hmm.
Do you ever get any mail there that's from a man?
Yeah, dude, I get mail from maybe 3 different guys. Someone named Jacob. This one guy that did used to live here, but I seen him before, and he had his little grandson with him. And then another guy. So,
Have you seen the man with the grandson again?
no, he only came here once because he forgot to, I think, change the address. He still lives, I don't know if he still lives in the apartments, but he was, what was he looking for? It was either a computer or a DVD player or something. And I didn't answer the door because I thought him and the kid were like trying to sell something. And then the old property manager called me. She goes, "Hey, he's just looking for his package because he didn't use
Hey, you
it and he
froze.
just wanted to be sure."
Hey, you froze when you said package. It has to do with that man and that young boy.
Oh, really?
So
Oh my gosh. These cats, it's the cats. They're chasing each other.
I know, maybe they
Oh my gosh, they're so
so
loud.
so it's a male presence that you have, and it also has to do with this man, the older gentleman with the kid.
Mhm.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, that was the only time I've seen him, and that was it.
So what was
But
it about the package? It's funny that the whole thing froze. There's
oh,
something
really?
there. I gotta figure it out. What?
Okay. I don't know if she said it was like a DVD player or something. It was just like some sort of electronic, and it was for the kids. And and I guess he was waiting for it, and I was like, no, the only thing I got was my computer from Walmart. That was the only thing, and nothing ever showed up. But there haven't. Oh, this one big ass package showed up like twice. It was like these really big ones, and I was just like, why do they keep coming to the apartment? And I would just leave them there, and then when I get back home from work, they'd be gone. So I don't know. I would just always put
Foster parent, or like is there other kids? Because I see other kids.
that. Say it again.
Does he have like foster kids or?
I don't know if it's like his grandkids, because he was like a grandpa type dude, and he was with like the kid maybe was about 5 or 6, like a little boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the last packages they were huge and they were really heavy. Like I had to move them from my
I'm
door
concerned
up
about
the.
that the packages being could be something else that I don't even want to say it right now, but you know what I'm thinking.
Hmm,
We'll talk after.
yeah. No, but yeah, but after that I haven't seen him, and the cats don't really freak out really at all. I haven't seen them freaking out. They just like chasing each other and stuff, but sometimes, yeah, they'll stare like into whatever, and I'm just like, oh, what do you see? What are you looking at? So I'll just try to send whatever it is, like love, and I'm like, whatever's in here, like please just be peaceful, and I'm trying to sleep, and if you just have a place, you need a place to stay, you can just stay where you're at, like just try to be cordial and just show it courtesy,
Yeah.
and I hope it doesn't happen tonight, but I haven't really been going through sleep paralysis. But when it does, my left arm starts to prickle up, and I call it my like supernatural arm. Like before it even happens, I'll just feel it get like it feels almost cold, and then it like
Try
gets.
and yell, no, 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 real loud. No, like real loud.
Mhm.
Get yourself out of that sleep paralysis. That's how I was able to.
Mhm.
Before, before my awakening, I would always use the name, that name that they want you to use at church. But
Mhm.
after a while, when I found out that I was, who I was and my superpowers and all that, I just call upon me and I
Mhm.
say, no, really loud, or get the fuck off of me, or, you
Mhm.
know, just no, like I do not consent, like no, like really loud, and just break it. Like, and
Right.
try and find some kind of window or portal or door
Mhm.
when you're in that state.
Mhm.
And then even if you do wake up at your apartment and you're in
Mhm.
sleep paralysis, look for either go through the closet in your mind or through the door in your
Mhm.
mind and get yourself out of that. Because it's kind of like a booby trap that they like to put on us.
Mm. Dude, this one time, I have to just tell the story really quick. So I was about to go into sleep paralysis, and like in the movies, before someone gets abducted, that bright light that goes. So I went into sleep paralysis, and my window that happened, I saw it go across my arm, and then that's when I went into sleep paralysis, and I don't know if they were trying to abduct me, and I broke myself out of it like way quick, and I just woke up and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what were they gonna try to do to me? And my cat was right there at my bed, and he was just chilling, just as if nothing was happening. And I'm just like, did he even sense that, or did they do something with him so that to make him like,
Yes,
so
sometimes. It's funny that you say that because right when you were saying that, I was remembering one of my memories that I've had where I'm in an airport and they don't want me to cross over to the other dimension.
Mhm.
And then before that, and then they are these huge black like aliens that are kind of like the predator with the
Mm.
braids and stuff. And they don't want me to cross. And it's like going to Antarctica and I make it snow somehow. And
Mhm.
before this, they had me in like a little tiny, like a outside, one of those storage places, like a
Mhm.
storage room. And somehow I made a window. I looked up and I saw one of the planets. I don't know if it was the sun or one of the planets coming down. And then somehow I imagined me going through there and I was able to escape there.
Mhm.
But they didn't want me to cross. And there was somebody else with me, another lady with me at the airport. So when you were saying that memory, they were tagging me and this other female. They will tag you
Mhm.
so that way they, especially when we try and go to the moon, they'll
Mhm.
tag our bodies. And I don't know why, like 3 days ago I woke up with this huge bruise on my thigh. I don't know. It's just stuff like that. I'll write it down, and sometimes I don't even want to write down anymore. But I'll notice things, scratches or whatever. And I know I didn't hit myself or drop anything on me.
Mhm.
But that's interesting when you said that. It just reminds me also when you went like that, the Twilight Zone,
Ooh.
the technologies that they have.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone is like from 4 to 5 or 3 to 4. Sorry, that's what I call Twilight Zone.
Shit's crazy, dude. Why can't they just leave us alone, man? Like,
And then
what is
also
it?
yellow. Yellow also reminds me real quick of Wonder Woman's lasso. Because
Mhm.
whenever they put it on you or you put on a lasso like that, they have to tell the truth. Truth teller.
Mhm.
Um, what were you gonna say?
I don't understand. Like, why can't they just leave us alone? Like, why? Like, why?
They know we're
What
gonna
is?
win anyway. They know that we're gonna finish our mission. It's like, why even play the stupid game? Because they're just tempting us to see if we're gonna sell our soul last minute.
No,
No,
thank you.
been through too much. No, no.
No, thanks. I want to go home. I just want to go to my home.
just want to be free again. I am free now because I'm telling the truth and I'm going and I'm telling you my life and I'm doing my mission. So I am free.
Mhm.
And some people in this world are not free. And they want to
Right.
make other people miserable because they don't even love themselves. And that's
What it is.
another reason why not to date a Mexican is they're not free. They
They're
have
not. Yeah, they're definitely stuck in their culture, you know, like this is how it is and that's how it's gonna be, and it's just like, well, I don't consent to that, man.
nope.
They don't want to be with a woman who knows she's free. They want a trapped woman so they can just continue to keep her trapped because they feel trapped in their ignorance and their just insecurities and all that bullshit.
They always want to give you a baby right away. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, yeah, that's true, man. That is true.
Come on.
That's how they want to trap you, get you pregnant, but then they go out and get other women pregnant while you're stuck at home, pregnant.
Right, barefoot and pregnant, like they say. Oh, but okay, Miss Yazmin, aka Celeste Chaparro. Chaparro, hey, what's up? Wait, I think we're gonna call it a night or a morning. It's
Oh
4:09
yeah,
here.
yeah. It's 4:09, girl.
Some 4:09. Psh, psh.
Fuck you. Want me to clean the house?
I know, right? Like that could bring- I could flip it up in the pants. Na 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 na. Come on, what? Who would 70s, 80s commercial?
I know that's more programming, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. So, how can they get a hold of you, Miss Celeste?
They can check me out on Instagram. I'm under Celeste Plantagenet York. Gotta use alias, you know, 'cause people are surveillance cameras.
Send it to me on text.
Oh, see. Want me to send it right now?
Ladies, yeah, listen to the oldies like the child lights. Got a blade in my hair when I fight. Got hands
Ah, se acabó. Okay. Well, guys,
got a got a blade in my hair.
I know. Thanks for being on, Yazmin. I'm Maria Conchita Alonzo and Yazmin on Codebreaker Real Talk. And see you later. Wouldn't want to be ya. See ya.
Yo.
And men, I mean, not all men, but some of these guys have to grow some bolas. Love you guys. Bye.